Hogan here reporting for the festival. So, another 3 months has passed, which means another top 10 favorite car for this quarter. This quarter, I've driven a lot of interesting and fun cars to drive. Some of them are unexpectedly good for a job I assigned to them. It's gonna be a hard time for me to decide what's on the list. Should be fun choosing what would be in here. Before we start, if you're new to my channel, this is a series that appears once every 3 months where I talk about some of my favorite cars during that time frame. As for the cars, I'm only allowed to put the cars that I already reviewed during that time frame, so there won't be a repeated entry. Of course, car with the same model name with different years is still allowed to enter together if it happened. But I believe it will be a rare case because I probably just going to put them in the same position unless they felt really different, which is a rare case. Sounds pretty simple if you ask me. With that being said, here is my top 10 favorite car from January to March 2019. Number 10, Ferrari F12 TDF S2 Class. In search of rally car which is capable of helping me handle rally stages for hypercars, I experimented with 3 models from 3 different manufacturers. Those are Porsche 918 Spider that seems bloody fast but easily went out of control every time I made a mistake. The Koenigsegg Agera, which is doing rather well but felt like it drifts on the wrong moment for some reason. And of course this car, the Ferrari F12 TDF, which I tainted with all-wheel drive swap. Please forgive me, Mr. Ferrari. Anyway, first impression wise, I actually don't like her that much. Well, that's because I tuned something so badly it ended up with a terrible understeer problem. But after I fixed the tune more, she is doing pretty good for rallying. She handles rather well and can definitely slow down on dirt almost as good as when she's on tarmac. But still, none of my S2 rally car made me feel confident enough to make me go rallying with them as often as my S1 rally cars. Number 9, Renault Megane RS A-Class. You want something enjoyable? Well, have a Megane RS. I've been driving her on pre-roam a lot more than I expected. She is really good for beginner, mainly because the lack of liftovers there. I mean, it still can, but not to a point where one will scream, "Mayday, Mayday, we're crashing," or something along those lines. Yeah, she is pretty safe to drive, to be honest. She is also powerful enough to keep up on the straight line, but other than that, she doesn't have much to offer to me, sadly. Number 8, Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10 or X GSR S1 Class. In this quarter, we've seen the return of Mitsubishi lineup to Forza as a free DLC pack. It's nice to see the longtime rival of Subaru finally came back. But there's one thing that bothers me for a while. The Lenovo lineup behaved way too similarly to the Impreza lineup. I mean, I do feel like I'm in my field when driving this, but I can't help thinking it's just another Subaru for this game, sadly. I'm pretty sure the real model behaved differently. Maybe it'll be different on stock, but unfortunately the game make it feel the same. Yeah, that is such a sad thing to be honest, but then again, it is what it is, so that's why it's only reached number 8 on the list. Number 7, Pontiac GTO Judge, or the Judge A-Class. Also known as the Judge according to the fino around the car bodywork, she actually has the chance to defeat the classic Charger RT after tuned with her having advantage in terms of horsepower and torque. But unfortunately, a driving error from me made her lost by a tiny fraction, which really made me annoyed. She has a better gearing than other 2 classic muscle featured on that week. She also has a fairly good handling, though not as good as the Charger RT. I just feel bad for blowing her chance to shine, so she deserves this place really well. Number 6, Hummer H1 S1 class. Oh boy, the big girl right here. The car that made me enjoy cross-country event. She is not as competitive as the meta cars, but her being this high on the list is because she single-handedly made me enjoy what's supposed to be the most frustrating race event in the game. But why is she so good? Well, she's one of the most predictable car in an event where all sorts of random stuff happen during a single short cross-country race, which is, from time to time, it's really annoying. If you already saw my reaction from time to time. You got understeer? Just give it some tap on the throttle and she'll start turning. You got oversteer? Just give it enough throttle while counter steering. All I can say is that she is a good girl. Just take care of her really well, you know. Number 5, Honda Civic CRX Mugen, A-Class. Front-wheel drive in top 5? Am I nuts? No, I'm serious. This Mugen CRX is by far one of the strongest front-wheel drive car in this class. The Mini Cooper I-Tune probably works better on B-Class, and the Renault Megane in the list earlier is a lot heavier compared to her. She accelerates excellently for a front-wheel drive, she has the speed to keep up with others, and more importantly is the fact that her handling is really strong. I'm not even kidding. She'll go into understeer or lift oversteer only if you, the driver, made an error that will really upset her really badly. Even after that, it's not that hard to save her. I really recommend her if you want a front-wheel drive that can keep up really well with others. You should definitely check her out. Number 4, Holden Special Vehicles Gen F GTS S1 class. Yes, HSV stands for Holden Special Vehicle, not sports. I just know that after a little research about it. So what made me put a modern Holden here? Well, aside the obvious craziness that happened during my muscle week, where she completely annihilated all of my modern muscle cars record twice in a single race, she is actually the closest competitor to Dodge Charger SRT8 Hellcat for being one of the few modern muscle with 4 doors. The body style is really attractive, and both her headlight and tail light are interesting in their own way. Also, before I forgot to mention it, between all the modern muscles featured on my channel, she is the only one with the biggest swing offered by Forza, which looks surprisingly fitting on her tailgate. It's really interesting. By the way, I call her Cynthia and give her a palette swap version of my usual color to mark my approval of rivalry between her and Alice, which led us to the next car on the list. Number 3, Dodge Charger SRT8 Hellcat S1 class. When I said Alice earlier, it was meant for my favorite car of all time. Yes, it's weird to put my all-time favorite and then proceed to put it on 3rd place. And then going back to the name, there is a good reason as to why I'd call her Alice. She just handles like a dream. It accelerates bloody fast thanks to the amount of gearing in the transmission, which is a lot of gears. You can also slow her down or even stop her ridiculously fast for such a heavy car, which also thanks to the amount of gearing again in the transmission. While using the 8-speed pedal shift is quite weird compared to the 6-speed manual Cynthia has, I actually prefer what Alice has due to the fact that I just can control my speed a lot better. It's just awesome to drive, that's for sure, and maybe it's because my bias towards Dodge, you know, stuff like that, and yeah, she's just so beautiful. Number 2, the Quartz Regalia S1 class. The absolute meme of a car that came from one of the most milked franchises by Square Enix, Final Fantasy. To be more precise, it came from Final Fantasy 15, which the main method of transformation for Noctis and the gang, and notoriously famous for breaking down at the start of the game. Luckily, the Forza player doesn't have to experience the reliability issue for all cars. While it is terrible for road race as shown by Attax Johnson from Johnson Racing channel, link in the description down below, it unexpectedly blew me away with the amount of handling it has for rallying. Seriously, this car can handle dirt so easily by playing around with the throttle and brakes. The bloody thing just works so well that I recommend it to people, especially for those who love rallying the Bentley Continental GT Speed, which is one of my favorite from the last quarter. Though the biggest problem is the fact that this car is only available in seasonal championship, and I doubt anyone would sell this car thanks to how memeable it is. On to honorable mentions. Dodge Challenger SRT8 Hellcat Demon for an alternative choice of Alice if I wanted a more muscular car. Porsche 968 for being an absolutely amazing drift car, far better than the 944. Ferrari 458 Speciale for defeating a random player online off the screen, which is an interesting story in itself. 2004 Subaru Impreza WRX STI GDBC or Spec-C for being in the wrong class, unfortunately, when I made the video. And lastly, Jaguar XKR-S GT for being an absolute monster once you master it. Still not as enjoyable as Alice though. Alright, let's move on to the final entry. Number 1, Audi TT RS S1 class. If you're expecting any of the muscle cars that has been featured on my channel, man, you're in for a surprise. This quarter is claimed by this TT RS, so what's so special about her that made me put her on top? Well, there are a lot of reasons for that, but I'm just gonna say a few of it. First, the body style of Audi TT RS has a very nice line. At first, I don't really care about that, but she does slowly make me like her. My second reason would be the fact that she is really good at rallying without aero. While she might flip over an icy bump, for the most part she can deal with the roughness of rally stage nicely. Though you might still want to be careful or else she just understeer. It's a thing, if you don't know. But you know, you can always rely on throttle and handbrake to eliminate that. The next reason I have is she is doing pretty well for dirt drift zone. In fact, she is the one who helped me complete the last few dirt drift zone a lot easier than using my S2 rally cars, since she has less horsepower from them by far. Overall, she is really good for anything dirty, but attaining this car requires you to have a massive luck because you can only get her from wheel spin or snipe her from the auction house if it's available, because, well, as you know, no one would sell them unless they didn't know about it, because I did sell a Hoonigan car which is just only available from wheel spin. In my case though, I'm lucky enough to be her first owner instead of buying her used, because she is definitely priced at 20 million on auction, which is, well, a standard price for rare cars in this game. Yeah, that's pretty much it then for this quarter top 10. Well, we do have to wait for another quarter. This quarter has been amazing. Like really, I have a hard time to pick the top 10, and even the honorable mentions is kind of hard to pick. I just happen to pick some of the best cars that I can get in order to have the most fun around here. So yeah, I don't know what will be waiting for me in the future, but I'm pretty sure it will be another hell of a quarter to see more cars. So yeah, I hope you stay tuned on my channel, because I'm going to keep on driving and show more cars to see which one will be my favorites for the next quarter.